Mm.
I'm Alice Minsuh Kim.
My name's Derek Choi.
I'm Narae.
My name is Nikolas George.
My name is Paula Valentin.
My name is Soo.
My name is Hayden.
My name is Rachel Crane.
My name is Ariadne Astu.
My name is Jason.
My name is Mihiro Oikawa.
My name's Charlie Howell.
Hi, my name is Feve.
Prayag. My name is Nigel.
My name is Clare Lee.
My name is Jeonghu Chu.
My name is Rafael Tsuchida.
Big, emo, illegible,
Colorful, playful. Would culture be an adjective? Cultural.
Yeah.
Cultural.
Chaotic, messy. I was gonna say like lifeful, but that's not a word.
Maybe.
Full of life, I guess, if I could condense that into a word.
Art need to be innovative.
I think art creates connections among different communities of people.
I would say art is like what we do.
It can be summed up into a sentence or two if you wanted to, but I don't know why I would.
I don't think I think about specific artists or people. I think it's many artists and many people.
Nature has been kind of my favorite artist, and just seeing all the little patterns which naturally form in the world have always amazed me and never ceased to disappoint and be a source of inspiration. So
I recently read like a book about Michelangelo. I heard, I'm not really sure, but like he made his masterpiece when he was in his early 20s, and it is inspiring, yeah.
I don't think there's a definition for that. I feel like success and failure depends, it's like very subjective, and it depends on the artist, right? What can be successful for somebody in their art practice can be a failure for others.
Well, for me, we're like within the art that I do, or like the designs that I do, I think if it has the ability to impact people's lives and change the way that they do stuff.
When I feel like I'm stagnant and not innovate and like stay at a comfort zone.
Confident. Yeah. If you're confident, you can just do whatever you can do. You want to do. Yeah.
I feel like I don't really mind if anyone says anything negative because it's just like my work, and whenever it's a critique, I feel like it's just a practice of getting feedback. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I do give a fuck if it's like makes sense, you know. If that makes sense, then oh yeah, I should do this like that next time. I should develop this next time. But then if they're just hating, I don't give a fuck.
Like you're again your own worst critique, and you should be able to paint what you like, make what you want.
Critiques are meant to be words that you take as advice. It also means it's a way of you to learn and become a better artist. So if the feedback is harsh and if it hurt my feelings, it means that I care about the artwork.
Realistically, no. Yeah. I think I'm planning more on getting something that is secure, such as teaching. I think that would be. It would give me a secure job, and it would make me feel comfortable in my life. But
When I'm doing 3D animation, it takes
a whole day just to plan something out. Like even before making the first move, like you think about it for maybe a whole week. It takes that much time and effort, and that might actually go into your portfolio, which might bring you an actual full-time job. But like I feel like everything is a process, so everything counts as a full-time job.
Probably making the decision to come to the school was a big jump for me.
Oil paint. Get the better oil paint, yeah, for sure.
I think every time I try a new material is a big investment for me, because whenever I try a new material, I always just like jump into it.
I would probably say my truck. My truck is the most, because you know, he costed a lot of money, but he is so useful with moving materials instead of me having to try and move wood on the SkyTrain.
You always have to be trying.
Just knowing there's a lot of people who are really good at like artistic decisions.
Be active as a person, like as a character as well, and reach out to others, because no one's gonna like come and approach you unless you're like welcoming and smile and kind of want to be, you know, there for them as well. So
as much as I've learned a lot through Emily Carr, it's not everything. And there's a lot of things that I won't ever be able to learn here at school, and there's a lot of things that I need to go out into the field and experience by myself to really understand and to really figure out what I want to do.
by making a masterpiece for my grad film.
Kind of break out, I guess, and break out and do more exhibitions, do more work outside of the school space.
Let it pass by.
I plan to retire at some point. So what I'm saying is I'm probably here for my entire career, and ideally, and perhaps retire when I get old enough and earn enough, or however that works. When I'm too old, I will leave. But anything can happen.
Are you happy? Have you become a professional artist? Is that what you wanted to do?
Stay slave.
You should have started sooner.
Don't ever stop making art.
Well, I hope you are happy.
Don't die, stay safe, keep creating.
Maybe I repeat myself so much, but just don't lose confidence.
Don't spend your entire savings on clothes. But I do hope you got those Margiela boots.
Like, I am my future self of my past, right? So like every time I imagine myself talking to my past, the future one that is right now, this kind of confusing, sorry, like would say like everything works out, you know? So I feel like I wanna hear that.
Be responsible, but do what you want.
Paint or do whatever medium I hope that I enjoy, and then like just to keep going and like just don't give up and just keep creating.
Oh, I don't want to say anything to my future self. I'm not my present self. I'm not concerned too much about my future self, so let's just say hi.
I hope you're employed, and I hope you're happy with what you're doing. I hope that whatever you do, you're satisfied with where you are, and that what you're making is meaningful, if not to others, but to yourself.
I guess I'd say, like, I hope you're still doing it, and I hope you're having a good time.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Just don't like think about the past. Just don't think about me. Think about how you're gonna get to wherever you have to be in the future. Yeah.
Keep applying to those jobs. Eventually, someone will say yes.
Whatever you do, don't ever hesitate.
You should never give up in what you believe in. This is going to sound so cliche. And always strive to not be a cliche person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. All of us are, yeah, of course.
Yes, I would say I'm emerging.
Sure. I feel like I'm not there yet.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
No, not yet.
Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like everyone in this university is an emerging artist.
No.
Not yet. Will be.
As a professional, I'm definitely emerging. It's just the start of my career.
I think you're just an artist. I don't think there's really like an emerging or not emerging.
I just have a silly answer. Sure, I'm always an emerging artist forever.
Emerging artist? Who is that? Okay. Of course I've seen the posters.
Yes, I have.
Oh yes, I did.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. Yes.
I have, and that's you.
I've seen that poster many times at school. I searched for that poster.
Yes, I've seen at school, I've seen on your Instagram, I've seen it everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, everywhere.
I have.
Yes, I have. It's been kind of everywhere.
Yes! You literally covered the entire school with it.
I think very abstract.
Easy to spot on.
Usually like breaks something, like some logic behind.
Jun has a lot of like different mediums.
I see around.
Like I see it, Jun.
Your artwork convince or influence so much other artists in a way, emotionally so much. Yeah.
Relatable. Yeah, for the most part.
It's kind of eclectic, but not in a way that's hard to understand.
Especially with all your self-portraits you did and a lot of other work you do, people consider you narcissistic, which I don't think that you are. And even if you were, who cares?
You do like filmmaking as well, and like I've seen your music videos. I saw you compose your own songs and like also working with traditional mediums, and it's like amazing.
Well, a J. Jun is a J. That's the first thing I ever learned about Jun.
Your work is very experimental. You're trying to push boundaries and rules at times.
Open to more opportunities and more ideas that's not just constrained by one medium. And I do feel like you have a mental capability to work in those field and not be overwhelmed.
I'd say I would describe it as very diverse, very good, and also good at drawing attention to it.
I feel like there's always like a creative drive and like a personality behind the work that I can read as Jun's.
If you do not know Jun, which is completely fine, you'll see his painting as colorful vibes, and also you see his painting as a documentary of himself. And if you do know him, you will have a different feeling about him.
My name is Jun Baek. 4학년 Emerging Artist라고 합니다. 나 Ongoing 종합 예술. I don't know. 몰라요. What is an art? 제가 4년 동안 대학교를 아메리카에 다니고 있는데요. 저는 예술이 뭔지 모르겠어요. 근데 이게 제 직업이라고 생각을 하니까 제가 알아야 될 것 같고, 그 질문을 답변하기 위해서 이 다큐를 찍습니다. I'm not looking for definitive answers for art, but wanting to know the clue. 계속하면 성공이지 않나요? As long as you do art constantly, I think you're always successful. And since I'm doing art, I'm living in my dream. right now. 처음에는 완전히 귀를 닫았거든요. 귀를 닫았는데 들어봐요. 왜 그런 크리틱이 오게 됐는지 골똘히 생각해보는 것 같고, 얽매이지 않으려고 노력하는데 잘 안 될 때도 많고 울어요. 울어요. You just cry and move on. 그래도 내 일이니까 조금 대담하게 하는 것 같아요. 더 잘해야지. Although I have a huge respect to all the artists in the world, I think right now I get influenced by peers the most. I do want to believe it's a full-time career. Everything. Including me, myself as well. I'm everywhere. So 다요. 머리끝부터 발끝까지 다. 그러니까 저는 그 하이스쿨에 다녔을 때 대학에 들어오면 끝나는 줄 알았어요. When I went to Emily Carr, once I graduate, I'll be it. But one thing I learned was that it never ends. 계속 도전해야 되는 게 많아서 체력이 좋아야 된다. 를 배웠고, I wanna be a hoe. 다른 아티스트 사이에서도 좋은 예시가 되고 싶고, 저 스스로한테도 좋은 사람으로서 아니면 예술가로서 생각이 들었으면 좋겠어요. I really did my best in every art, and I wish I could do that the same in my ending as well. 말했습니다. Yes, I do. I think everyone knows why. First of all, 포스터 다들 보셨죠? 학교에. I did it for me to remember myself about the passion and enjoyment and excitement that I initially had. Emerging Artist라는 그 타이틀 자체가 저한테는 약간 초심을 지키는. I've seen many times, many times, many times, many times, and I mean that. 준 백은 열심히 합니다. 통통 튀고 생각이 많고 불안이 많고 특이한 눈에 잘 띄어요. 가끔씩 미친 짓도 하고 대담하고 앙칼지고 아티스트적이에요. He's definitely not perfect, but he loves art. He really loves art. I don't know how I can explain Jun without art. He is an emerging artist. Forever. We'll see.
The lights are only dug into what I dream to make come true. Those lights are only stuck into my ideal to let it fuel, but no longer waiting to be yourself, turn into something else. No longer waiting to be again. You're gonna say what you say, you're gonna do what you do. Don't let it be what they say what to do. I'm gonna say what I say, I'm gonna do what I do. Don't let it be what they say what to do. Say little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Oh, say little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Oh, lights are on. You're gonna say what you say, you're gonna do what you do. Don't let it be what they say what to do. I'm gonna say what I say, I'm gonna do what I do. Don't let it be what they say what to do. Say little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Oh, say little bit, a little bit, a little bit. So far from now, turn into something else. No